EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Run.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield on the move to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Mayfield's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. The Panthers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield with it once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stay claim to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Take it in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mayfield. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3-0 after one on EA's. Moore, the man in motion. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Hines is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Williams again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. They'll run it again with him. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield on play action. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Play fake. Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now Williams running left, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, alert 33. Regular.
Here's Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. T. Higgins with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Henry, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know if one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Run.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mayfield on 3rd and 2.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Borregales now on for the point after.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Take it in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's Henry. That's Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Real.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Mayfield on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Kings!
And again, it's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Laviska Shenault.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A first down carry for Henry. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Again, it's Henry. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina.
Jerry Jeudy.
67 yards.
And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown.
T. Higgins
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Room here to run. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This has been a pretty sizable drive that had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.